Ah, we are live. It says we're live anyway, and the stream is healthy. So welcome, good evening. Hi George, and hello Ben. Hi Dave. I don't know about pointless. This may or may not be pointless, but I'm just wondering who else is going to appear. There are three of you, so that's it's going to be a huge stream from my massive following. Right, to get to it then. So my TS-100 is, it's not dead, it's just the screen. It actually works to the point that you can plug it in, turn it on, and even burn yourself with it. But of course it would be nice to have a screen that would remind you that it's on, rather than just wait for the pain or the smell of burning flesh. So I thought I should repair the screen. I've spared you the pain of removing the screws, but there's three screws. The short ones go in the top and the long one goes in the bottom, and then it's just a matter of prising the case off, which is pretty straightforward. And there's a little tab at the bottom, but so it comes out from the front and down. I've had this apart before, obviously, to find out what was wrong, and it seems like it's the screen. So I ordered up some of these from AliExpress, and amazingly they came in 7 or 8 days. No, the 5th to the 15th, 10 days, which from China, which was pretty good. However, the shipping was more than the cost of the screen, so I bought two. So I kind of it was 50-50 shipping and screens, about £1.50 each plus the shipping, so not too bad, and worth a punt to see if that's what's wrong with this. Anyway, so we'll go and take it apart. There's just a couple of screws really. After we get through the case, and so there we go, and so everything falls out. I'm just going to place them apart so that I can try and get them back in the right order, along with their screws. Sorry about the surface mount confetti. I was doing a few other boards the other day, and then it kind of falls out. This is an important piece. It will get in the way as we try and put it back together again. You kind of have to put something in, a screwdriver, and just to force it forward to allow this little tab here inside the case will hold it forward against the against this front face here. So that's the buttons. We'll put them to one side, the case to one side, and here we have the screen. So it's pretty straightforward. The screen, I don't know if you can see, is held on by two sticky pads, one here and one here. So I figured out it was just a matter of easing it away from the screen. And then levering it up. And of course, the bit that we really want to get to is underneath the second pad, but they come off pretty easily and retain some semblance of stickiness. So I'm hoping not to have to use any goopy stuff. Right, so I guess it's time to heat up the soldering iron. Oh yeah, soldering iron. You need a soldering iron, another TS100. So it's always good to have one spare. This one works, or it did at the last, there we go, last go. And I think we'll have some flux. Can't have, oh yes. So a bit of flux, and I'll try and zoom in, but this could be a little bit shaky because my phone is doing this and it's suspended from the thing. Okay, if I could get a fingerprint match. Oh, that's better. Yeah, George, I like it because I can stick it almost in a back pocket. And this one's been around the world like 3 times now, and it's never let me down. And I power it from a laptop power supply, so actually I don't really have to carry another power supply with me. Now I'm going to bring it to the bottom of the screen here because otherwise I will get in the way of the let's get this melted and see if I'll just see if I can get it up pin by pin. See what's going to work here. Maybe I'll get the air gun out. I think that would be by far the easiest way of doing it. Airtime. Yeah, Ben, haven't managed to do that. Actually, it's a pretty good thing. It goes to sleep and winds itself right down to a temperature you can program in. And so it's not, burning yourself isn't really too much of a problem with it. Right, let's see what we can make of this. Seem to have got the really good Chinese solder. Hope nothing falls off the back of the board. Yeah, I'm sorry you can't see this. Aha, here it comes. Okay, it's off. And, well, sorry guys. It looks fairly clean. So, looking at the way it came off, let's just compare these two screens. So it looks like I should be able to just tin up on here. Whoops. You know, I'm going to get my super duper tool out here, and that might make it a lot easier to see for you guys. Let's see if we can do this. So let's see, that'll fit in there. So I bought one of these things. I think it was £6, which I thought was pretty good value. Well, Dave, if you got any adult equipment, I suggest you do it, because I've heard you're a bit of an expert on that kind of thing. No, it's not going to work. How about we try it this way? Oh, that might work. Okay. There. That's a bit better. See if we can get it to focus, or is it too close now? Can zoom out a bit. You going to focus or not? Going to be close enough. Okay, screen time. Yeah, it's just heating back up. It's up to 320. It was holding down there, Ben, at 200. So let's see if we can get some solder on. I can see a lot better. We need to see if we can get this thing to focus though. There, that's better. Get some lead on there. See if we can make some sense out of this. Now this has to go on this way up, so shall we tin it or not? Let's put some flux on. In fact, there's probably enough flux right on the end here. And then hopefully we won't get any bridges underneath and all will be well. Holding this is another matter. So let's see if we can. Woohoo! Well, that went horribly well. Slightly offset. I need to get in even closer somehow. Oh my, well, I think it might be time for just to check pin by pin to see if I've got any continuity. Because that went horribly easily. There's a lot of pins on here. Well, heck, it would seem to have worked. Actually, seem to have sorted that out. So, shall we apply power? Oh dear. Maybe it wasn't the screen after all. Or maybe I put it in the wrong way around. Because if you look at it, the screen would now fold over the buttons. It's upside down. Genius! So, having that went, I knew that went too well. Let's get this thing on the right way around. Thank you, George. We came to the same conclusion about the same time, I think. Anyway, let's see if it survived. Come on, off you come. Well, that's hilarious. However, it is not abnormal for in this room. I normally end up doing things twice and learning something. I guess it goes along the lines of that old thing, measure twice and cut once. I need to turn my air up. There's no resistors to blow away. There we go. Let's just sort out our solder bumps. These things, I like the way they heat up. They heat up really, really quickly. I mean, okay, it was slightly warm, but disconnected from the power and it went from 100 degrees to 320 in a matter of a few seconds, really. So, do we think it's this way round? I think it's this way round. I'm going to straighten it out a little bit. We're having a bit of flux on there. Oh dear, too much flux. There we go. And I can see every pin is separate. Hey Aaron, nice to see you. And yeah, I think Aaron, you missed the exciting bit because I managed to solder it on backwards the first time. So here we are. We're getting ready to power up, so we can. Oh, we have life. Okay, there is a quick bit of life. So what I'm going to do is find the other sticky pad. We'll pop it. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We could try and be almost professional about this. And clean up the flux. Brush your teeth. There we go. Now at least if there's a spark, there's something to go on fire. So we'll pop sticky pad back on. Not that that one actually does much. Pop this one back on. Oh, now they're not sticky. Probably too much alcohol. You're not going to play, are you? Anyway, looks like it's ready. Powered up. Screen soldered, looking good. I should have showed you that, I suppose. Hey! So what I'm going to do now, the power is off. I'm going to release it from the contraption and we'll put it back together again and see if it works. Now, it's fun putting these together. I found the easiest way is to drop the buttons in first. And a pair of tweezers, if you have some, if not a screwdriver, is always useful. Okay. Then screen's in place. The back goes in first, but the thing not to forget is this front part, which hooks under the PCB, and then you can pop it down there. Right, the coppery bits. There's one. And a screw. Should really use tweezers for this. My fingers are just too big. There we go. Takes a bit of wiggling to get the screw in the hole, but there you go. Dave will know more about that than me. Good. Next screw. Next coppery bit. And it's helpful. They've even put the pad. They've made the pad the same shape as the coppery brassy bit, and it shows you which hole to put the screw in. Oops. Chinese must have incredibly nimble fingers. Okay, so that's it back together. And And now the trick comes again. I mentioned previously this holding this this coppery piece forward as we put the case back together again. So the tab goes in the back, and then I just get a screwdriver to hold that forward. We're a bit out of focus. There we are. To hold that forward, and you can slide the case down and it just clicks into place. Awesome. So the long screw's in the bottom. Oh, Aaron is asking about anyone ever flashed a GD32 SoC? Oh, George, yeah, sorry, just catching up. Yes, I did. I left. I'm going to treat that as a protective coating. Hopefully it never gets hot enough in there for the smoke to come out. We'll see. So I bet we can plug this in now. I think I over tightened the bottom screw. There we go. We're in. Pop the stand back on. Boots up. Heats up. And you can see quite how quickly it does heat up. It's pretty good. And then it's pretty rock steady too. And is it really on? Yeah, look, smoke. Awesome. Sorted. Well. Yeah, Dave, I think they probably are built by children. Not to be funny, they must have incredibly nimble fingers. But there we go. So that didn't take too long, you know, half an hour including screwing it up. So that's yes, George, that's my coax soldering tip. But I have to admit, I do need a finer tip. Even my other tips are getting a bit big because it somehow seems I'm working my way down the size of SMD components. I ended up somehow ordering some 0402 capacitors the other day. My thoughts on that being, why the heck did I do that? Anyway, I like this TS100. I like it not only for the fact that, you know, I can take it apart and almost stick it in my back pocket and take it anywhere, but it'll also run off 12 volts with less power. Obviously, this is running off 19 volts. There's my other tip, which even if you compare it with a 1206 is still pretty big. But it's easy to fix, and the parts seem to be available. Okay, the tips are a little bit more expensive because they each have a heating element in them, but at the end of the day it seems to be a very maintainable piece of equipment. And you know, for £1.50 56 or 65, I really can't complain about the cost of the spares. So I'm pretty happy with the outcome, and I don't know what else to say. Mission accomplished. It's Saturday night. What are you guys going to be off to do? I haven't even, well, I've got a bunch of things I could show you, but oh, I can tell you what not to buy. Here, do not buy these. All right, I bought these to do some calibration and just some long-term testing on a battery management system I was building. And yeah, don't. It's a year since I bought them. 1 out of 4 was dead on arrival. Now 3 out of 4 are dead after 1 year. So I'll leave you with that. Don't buy these. And with that, I'm going to say good night and thank you for coming. Johnny, go off to a bar and do your Swedish thing. Seems like you're beating the virus better than the rest of us and having a good time doing so. And it's probably the time that the rest of us learned how to do that. Anyway, I'll say good night. Thanks for dropping by, and I'll see